All right, welcome back. It is November 26th, 2024, and today I wanted to talk about MicroStrategy and their recent acquisitions of Bitcoin. So, like I said, it's the 26th of November, just over a week ago on the 18th, so last Monday, 8 days ago, Michael Saylor announced that MicroStrategy has acquired 51,780 Bitcoin for $4.6 billion dollars at 88,627 dollars per coin, um, bringing their total to 331,200 Bitcoin acquired for $60.5 billion, just under 50K per Bitcoin. So this is almost $5 billion purchase of Bitcoin, the largest we've seen. And this really was a shock to people given Michael Saylor's plan to, I think it's about $42 billion, buy $42 billion of Bitcoin over 3 years. He announced that, I don't know, maybe a month ago, and we're seeing him already do more than a tenth of that on the 18th. Super crazy, just buying up all the Bitcoin, sucking all of it up. See here, a week ago, they had 331,200 Bitcoin, and people don't really understand the nature of the fixed supply and what this means. It means if someone buys all of it, there's none left for you. There's none left for any other country, company, anything like that. Individuals, billionaires, millionaires. It's all going to be in the hands of people like Michael Saylor who are just buying it because they understand what fixed supply means. And, people go to, the grocery store, or they'll go to buy a stock, buy a house. They'll always assume there will be more being made. They always assume that there's going to be enough for them because these items do not have a fixed supply. And if demand increases, the supply will go up to meet that demand, which usually ends up bringing the price down a little bit just to meet the needs of supply and demand. But with something like Bitcoin, we have fixed supply, obviously. And as far as demand goes, I mean, you have just this one guy buying $5 billion over the weekend while the market's closed and now owns 331,000 Bitcoin as of a week ago. And there's only, let's see, we can do some quick math here. There's only 450 Bitcoin being made per day. So you take 450, multiply this by $92,000, the current price. So looks like he just bought, about 10 days of incoming Bitcoin, a little bit more actually. So that Bitcoin's gone. I mean, do you see little laser eyes here? You see all the Bitcoin cyber hornets and the lightning and everything. I mean, this is the most bullish person in the world. Look at this. Bitcoin is hope. Bitcoin hodler. Um, yeah, this is just he's just gonna take all the Bitcoin. There's gonna be none left for anyone else. I don't think any other company can possibly catch up to this at this point. Really, really, it's just there's just not going to be any Bitcoin left for anybody else. People and companies, countries are going to be fighting for fractions of what this dude is just buying on the weekend. And what makes this ridiculous is not only is this the biggest buy to date at that point, if you thought that was crazy, 1 second. Sailor posts the following Sunday. We need more dots on sailortracker.com. Sailortracker.com tracks the purchases of MicroStrategy of Bitcoin. And you can see the average price, like his DCA, looks like it's here. Purchases are here. So it's pretty cool. It actually links out to everything. Let's look at the first one. Wow. Price of Bitcoin was 11,000. And he posted this just 6 days after buying $4 billion of Bitcoin, saying that they need more. Sure. And then yesterday, so a week later, MicroStrategy's acquired 55,500 Bitcoin for $5.4 billion and $97,862 per Bitcoin. As of Sunday, they hodl 386,700 Bitcoin, acquired for 21.9 billion. Their average price, guys, 56,761. MicroStrategy is buying $5 billion of Bitcoin a week. What could happen if, December 2nd, next Monday, we see they buy more Bitcoin, they buy another $5 billion. What about December 9th, another 5 billion? 16th. This isn't going to stop. I I really struggle to wrap my head around how they're accumulating so much Bitcoin. The amount of Bitcoin this is it's almost 2% of all Bitcoin, owned by just a company that, people didn't really know too much about. And I think their stock is outperforming every other stock in the S&P 500. And look at this. MicroStrategy and Sailor are not particularly good at buying the bottom. You could see all of these purchases up here in 2021 does by the dip. Now down here, they acquired 10 million during the bottom, which is good. But these numbers are really nothing compared to what we've seen before. Sorry, what we're seeing now, I mean, this is just every week. These, I just can't wrap my head around these numbers. But this is what you're up against. You're up against someone who's not going to stop, and they don't care what the price is. They're just going to buy more and more, and the more they get, the less for everyone else, and that includes you. When your time to buy under 100,000 is running out, your time to buy, period, could just be running out. I mean, at this rate, that's 250 billion a year. We have absolutely no precedent for this. We don't know what's going to happen to the price. We don't know what everyone else is going to do with their Bitcoin. They're probably going to FOMO in. They're not going to sell it. And there's going to be none left for you. The higher the price goes, the more they're buying. And it's only a matter of time before we break through that psychological barrier of 100,000 and just keep on going. So you could see here, that's $10 billion in 2 weeks. So you can see MicroStrategy stock up 539% this year. That's after coming down, hitting a high of $543. And I think we're going to look back at what's happening here, and it's going to be written, in history books, and people are going to use it as a case study. People are going to wonder why they weren't paying attention to what's happening, and most people still don't really know what they do, who they are. They don't really care, just like they don't really care about Bitcoin. That's the opportunity. If you guys like the content, please subscribe, give the video a like, and I'll be talking to you soon. Thank you.